suffering under high winds and storms, but for this weekend everything is quiet again. The sun is out, the crowds are here, and the drivers have arrived, ready for a good day's racing. Leonard Strom from Sweden, who won in Stockholm, put up the fastest practice time in 48 seconds on the short lap course. Patrick Kronegard from Sweden was second, and Andy Elliott, the British driver, number one, was third fastest in practice. Only 15 drivers are racing this time. A slightly depleted course, and they're ready for the off, and away they go. And that's a nasty slip from number 71 almost into Elliott as they started off, but Elliott is safely away. Kronegard there on the far side. Anders Andersson making the early running in the middle, number 71 from Sweden. Elliott nearest the camera, Kronegard on the far side, and that looks like Walush of Germany in the bright green boat running fourth. But this is Anders Andersson straight out into the lead. On a short course like this, the start is very important round the first turning mark. Kronegard on the outside, Elliott very neatly through in the inside. Walush of Germany in the bright green boat, but it's Anders Andersson, Patrick Kronegard of Sweden second, Andy Elliott of Britain third. Kimby built boat, new boat for this season, an Evinrude engine, 850cc, 110 miles an hour as they come into that bottom turn, digging the lee hull in very tightly. The inside hull of the boat digs into the water to give them a grip, then they quickly lift the boat out again using the power tilt on the engine to lift the bow of the boat, get the air under the bridge deck underneath the cockpit between the two hulls to get the boat almost flying down. There goes Kronegard in second place. Elliott is third, overtaken by Walush from Germany. Elliott and Walush having a tight race into that turn. Elliott holding onto the inside berth. It looks as if he's held him off. The two of them lift out again, maximum power. The driver strapped into these hulls to prevent them being thrown out should the boats flip. That's not an idle threat, and that is Danny Birtles, number 9, whom we saw flip his boat indeed in Stockholm in the previous race. Boat repaired, of course, ready for this circuit event now here in Yugoslavia. Andy Elliott pushing hard, hoping to defend successfully his world title. Peter Walush of Germany running inside him. Those two yellow boys are the midpoint markers of the course. Walush having a go on the inside as they come into the bottom turn. Has he made it? That's the slow route, but it's the short route round the inside pin, and it looks as if Walush may have got away with that and taken over third place from Andy Elliott of Great Britain. The boat almost out of the water, running just on the very back end of the two sponsons. Notice well, next time you get a good view underneath these boats, how the inside of the hulls is almost vertical. The outside is angled, but the inside has been made almost vertical. That, of course, is to give the boats a grip as they come into the very tight turns. And those tight turns and these flat water absolutely suiting Andy Elliott, the defending world champion, who's pulled through to the lead now. That's a back marker he's chasing as he comes down the straight here. Andy Elliott from Great Britain, boat almost up out of the water, running beautifully. This is just what Elliott needed to get him back into the standings of the World Championship. He was equal second going into this race, but a win here will do him all the good in the world. Andy Elliott first won this championship in 1984. Before that he raced monohulls and was 3 times the world champion in 81, 82 and 83 in the T2 class. That's the V-hulled monohull boats, look a bit like the speedboats you see off the beach. A very different kettle of fish from these racing catamarans. Just going over a back marker's weight, the boat bouncing very heavily. No real problem though. That marker buoy laid very near to the beach. Gives the spectators something to look at, even if it does worry the drivers slightly. Of course, like any speed sport, this one has its potential dangers. But Elliott here, well out of danger on the last lap, coming into the final turn. Takes his hand up to salute the checkered flag. Andy Elliott from Bracknell in Berkshire, 35 years of age, wins the 5th race in the Formula 3 World Powerboat Championship Series. That was a race he wanted very much indeed to win, to get back into the championship standings. It's a very bumpy 40 minutes you have out there. And there we have it, the final results of this race. Elliott first, Patrick Kronegard from Sweden second, Leonard Strom, who won in Stockholm, was third, Anders Andersson, the early leader, fourth, Danny Bertels fifth, and Gianfranco Rizzi from Italy, a new name in the frame. And there are the championship standings, and that puts Andy Elliott 1 point ahead now of Leonard Strom from Sweden. Patrick Kronegard 26th and Danny Bertels